So the next option in ClassMarker is external testing. Now, external testing is not really part of the quiz software. It's a little bit different in that external testing doesn't collect data. Building a test and putting it in a classroom and then having your students going to ClassMarker, logging in as their learner, and taking the test keeps track of their data. External testing, on the other hand, doesn't do that. It's a great way of creating a method for kids to check their answers when doing homework and stuff like that without penalizing them for doing it. So, here's my external testing page, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new group. Okay? I'm just call this my test group. Okay? So, my test group is now here. I have preferences that I can select. I can click on here. Here's all my group preferences that I have. A little bit different than what we saw when you were looking at testing preferences. So there's more options there. Group results. Obviously, there will be no group results because I'm not collecting data. And then assigning a test. Now all I can do is I can pick as many tests that I want, but I'm just going to pick gravitational energy again. Okay, and once again I have the exact same choices, okay, that I did previously. So I'm going to assign this test, and now that gravitational energy is assigned to this gravitational energy is now assigned to this group. So I created the group first, and now I've assigned a test to that group. Now, in group preferences, there's a whole bunch of things here that are really, really important. If you are one of those people that own a Wikispace account, a Google Site account, or a Yola account, you can do things like embedding that test directly into your website, which means that once a kid has completed the assignment, let's say you're going down to the computer lab and you're doing a study on biosystems or whatever, and you want them to search for things online, and from that search be able to answer a few questions. Well, you can give them the list of the websites that you want them to search on one part, and then embed this quiz on the other part, where they can go through and click off the answers as they're searching, and then they can click to find out if they got all their answers correct. So that can be embedded. The other option, the one that I use almost exclusively, is direct linking. So if I direct link a test, I put a link on my website, they click on it, and it automatically opens up that test. So they go to basically the ClassMarker website, but it's directly linked to that test. There's no logging in. There's none of that is done. Once again, because it's not collecting data. Okay? So, and then you can have HTML code if you're, if you're one of those people that can read HTML. I mean, not all of us are. Okay? Cool? So that's external testing. It's actually quite simple to do, but it's really great. I mean, my kids love it. I put it on my website. I assign a homework assignment, and once the kids go through the problems, they can check instantaneously if they've got the answer right or wrong, so that they know when they come back in the next day after doing their homework what questions to ask. Excuse me, I got a cold. They know right away I missed problem number 3 and I'm going to need to ask that in class. Not, I struggled really hard on this problem and I think I've got an answer, but I'm not entirely sure type of questions. It focuses what you're teaching that day. It focuses your students to concentrate on things that they obviously didn't understand. Okay? So that's external testing.